Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Joe's Mustang. We're just going to go over a few questions in this interview about everything that he's pretty much been doing to it since he bought the car. And so let's just dive right into this video. We're going to start off, what exactly have you done to your car since you bought it?
Yeah, so when I bought it, it was about bone stock. There's no really mods or anything added to it at the point. The first thing I did was I put a cold air intake on it. Second thing I did was upgrade the wheels and brakes. So I put a set of Brembo brake calipers on there. Next up, I did the muffler. We put a Flowmaster Super 10 on the back there. And then along with that, we also did headlights. We had custom LED lights along with halos. And then other than that, the only thing we've really done is the interior. And inside, we've upgraded kind of some of the electronics. So we put LED accent lights in. We put in a touchscreen radio. We put in two 12-inch subwoofers in the back, along with upgrading all the door and back speakers as well. And we put in a backup camera. And then one of my favorite things is we put in a custom horn, which can play any sound we want.
Yeah, that's some pretty cool stuff. I guess my next question would be, what do you think was the hardest thing that you've ever done? Or what I say is, what are the two hardest things that you've done to your car as far as it is now?
Yeah, so probably the two hardest things we've done is the custom halo headlights in the front and the muffler in the back.
Would you like to elaborate on what the problems were with that?
Yeah, so the muffler, we jacked it up, did it in our own driveway, and the problem with that was it rusted to the rest of the exhaust system, and which made it very difficult to bang off, and we ended up actually having to take it to the shop to get them to heat it up and basically melt it off. But that was very difficult trying to get that off and get the new one on there. The other difficult thing was the halo headlights. So those we actually had to take our stock headlights and heat them up in our oven, and then once we did that, it was kind of like melt the seal a little bit, and we could take the lens off. Once we got the lens off, we could drill holes, run wires, and actually mount the LED lights themselves into it. It just took a lot more work than we were expecting. It's about a day's worth of work, and I'm really glad with how it turned out, but it was a lot more than we thought it would be.
Oh, dude, that's pretty sick. Do you think there's anything else that you've really enjoyed about your build so far? I mean, we've heard about the horn, we've heard about the wheels. I remember when we went to the guy who you got the wheels from. That was a pretty chilly day, but it was pretty sick. Seeing those wheels up front. You got your grills done and your intake and all that stuff. What do you think was really your favorite part of this entire build?
So yeah, my favorite thing is probably the custom horn that I built. So I kind of briefly run through how it works. We have a 12-volt power supply coming from my battery. That is run to a 100-watt amplifier, which powers two public announcement speakers. So basically the same speakers that police officers use on their car to like talk out to the people. So they're very loud. And I hooked that up to something that's called a Raspberry Pi. Basically it's a mini computer that you can program. I spent probably 5 hours of coding and running software and hooking up controllers. So I have about a PS4 controller plugged into this little computer, and when I push a button on the PS4 controller, it goes to the computer outputs a sound, which then goes to my 100-watt amplifier and out to the PA system. So I can program literally any kind of MP3 file you can find online. I can put it into my computer and have a button on the PS4 remote trigger that sound, and thus send it out the front. So basically I have lots of different sounds. I have old-fashioned horns, I have weird like Mario sounds, I have songs, I have thank yous, I have hellos. I have all these weird things I get to mess around with pedestrians with, and it's pretty fun. Lots of times I see like bicycles, like biking on a side road. I can do like a little bicycle air horn, and I have them wave. It's pretty cool. It makes people's day. But yeah, it's by far probably one of my favorite things I've done to the car.
I think that's pretty awesome. I've actually heard that horn before. It definitely makes a lot of people happy. It makes me happy when I hear it. But yeah, thanks for talking about your car and sharing us what you've done with it. I really appreciate it, and thank you guys for watching this.